Hello everyone and welcome to Craftmas episode 4. So far we've built up a starter house, some food farms, and went caving to get some iron and diamonds. And today it is time to add a barn to the base. Be sure to like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in. I of course need to build a barn so that I will have a place for cows and sheep. However, for the sheep, I don't think they're gonna have very much grass to eat. I want to place the barn right here to the right of my house, but clearly there is no grass, only snow. Even underneath the snow layer, it's just more snow. So that's probably going to take some silk touch in order to actually get sheep over here. At least sheep that actually work. So that being said, I think today the focus will just be to get cows, and then we can worry about the sheep a little bit later. So first things first, let's clear out these trees so that we can actually place the build here and clear out a little bit of the snow. Clearing out the snow means that I can spread around some more snow blocks, which we all know makes me very happy. For this build, we're going to need spruce wood, of course, and some dark oak wood, and we can pretty much get started. So let's start off with some pillars. We'll have a bigger section of the barn over here on the left and a smaller section on the right. I'll build up each of the pillars 4 blocks. And then these pillars will just be 3 blocks. Next, I am going to get the roof in of the build. And I kind of wanted to do a similar shape as this roof over here in the village. So we will start off with a staircase and then build up with a full plank. And then from there, we will slope it out gently with some slabs. So if we do that on both sides, we'll get something that looks a little bit like this. For me, barns are one of the hardest things to build in Minecraft, just because every single world you have is probably going to have a barn, and there's only so many different kinds of barns you can build in Minecraft. And I have had so many different Minecraft worlds, and therefore so many different barns. Let me know if you reuse builds in different worlds. Like, will you use a build design in one world and then you make a new world and you do the same build design? I would love to know. I feel like if I were to do that in my YouTube videos, then things would get a little bit boring if I'm just building the same build over and over again. So obviously I don't do that too often, though I guarantee you I have probably built a barn very similar to this, if not exactly like this before. Again, there's just only so many ways for you to build a barn. Anyway, let's fill in the roof with some spruce wood. Also, I love how the starter house has snow on top. The snow and the icicles look so good together. Over here on this side of the roof, I want to do a little dormer situation. So we'll just place some dark oak stairs. And then from there, we will slope up with some slabs, getting something that looks like this. I guess I could do that same thing on this side. I don't know if I necessarily need to because we have this slope, but let's see what it looks like. We'll give it a little go. What do we think? Okay, sure, why not? It definitely doesn't look bad, so let's do it. Now moving on to the walls, I'm going to add a little spruce beam across the front and then also at the back. I am also thinking that we are going to need some more spruce wood, so let me go ahead and plant another giant spruce tree, and we'll move on to the walls. While we are waiting for the spruce tree to grow, there's simply just going to be more spruce wood. Again, a wood block palette is very cozy and it matches the village. Oh my goodness, that tree grew so fast. Good job, little spruce tree. I want to add a little window here on the right side, and maybe we'll add that same window on the back as well. We'll leave these little top parts open a little bit so you'll be able to see through, and doing that same thing along the back. That is pretty much the world's easiest barn. We have some details to add, but that's pretty much about it. I'm going to outline the doorway and some trap doors. I'm just going to leave the doorway open for the barn. I kind of like to do that with my barns, just because we are going to be bringing animals into the barn, and having a nice open doorway is nice for that. All right, let's chop down this spruce tree. Random side note, I love how the base is looking from the map. Doesn't it look so cool? For the windows, I'm just going to add some fences. Here on the front, I want to add some little lanterns on top of fences. And just like I've been doing for all of my builds, I'm going to add stone buttons above the trapdoors. That will pretty much do it for the build, but I can at least spruce up the ceiling a little bit. I'll add like a little archway here or something. Ooh, and so that we can actually keep animals inside of the barn, I'm going to have a little gate like this, because the barn is my animal pen. So all of the cows will just live inside of the barn. And that's pretty much it for our easy peasy barn design. Let me be sure to harvest what wheat I can, and also the sugar cane. Our next task is to actually get cows to go inside of the barn, and I'm thinking this is going to take us a very long time to find cows, so let's bring the bed. Oh wait, actually I already have an inventory bed. So one thing that is going to help me on this cow finding journey is up there at the top left. If you see a little yellow dot, that means there is a mob there. So for example, the yellow dots on the mini map are actually these pigs. So I pretty much just need to go from yellow dot to yellow dot until hopefully I find a cow. Look, these little yellow dots are these birds. Look how cute. Oh, look at them. Look at him flap his little wings. You may not know this about me, but I am a huge bird nerd. I love myself a little bird. So I very much appreciate seeing the little bird. Oh my goodness, what is this? Literally, what is that? Oh my goodness, a cinnamon bush? That's so cute. Look at it. Can I just like replant it wherever? Oh, I can. Wait, that's so cool. Look at it. I love that. Oh, wait. They're everywhere. I have no idea what mod that's from, but that's pretty cool. Oh, wait, there's a sheep. I unfortunately don't think I'm going to get the sheep right now. Some chickens. Ooh. Wait, look, there's a little trail of ruins. We should definitely explore this. I will be marking that on the map immediately. That is very neat. Oh, I would love to explore that. Oh, there's an igloo. That's so cool. Let's check it out. Hello, igloo. Is there a little opening? There is not. Well, that's still cool, I guess. Look at all these yellow dots. What are they? I think just wolves. Wait, I see a cow. Oh, I see lots of cows. Oh, this is lovely, except that we have to bring the cows all the way to our base, which is going to be very, very painful. Leading animals this way takes so long. Like, what do you mean? They're already stuck on this hill. Also, I have to make sure that they don't fall in powdered snow. Like, is that powdered snow? I think it is. Wait. Is this powdered snow? It is. Stay clear. It's getting kind of tricky. All of this is powdered snow. Where am I supposed to go? Okay, I'm just saying, you make leather boots out of literally cows. The cows should be able to walk across powdered snow. Make it make sense as to why they can't. Oh wow, we've got a goat too. That's lovely. I think that is the smoke from my house. That means that we're getting so close. Look. We're getting so close. We've got this. We haven't lost anyone along the way. It's been going so well. Now listen here, goat. I am so sorry, but you actually cannot go in the cow pen because you will kill all of the cows. This is for cows only. Cows only. You stay over there. Yeah, go away. We're doing it. It's working. Perfect. And now we have a baby cow. That actually went so well. But now it is path time. And since these blocks are snow, I definitely don't want to do that. But since these blocks are snow and I of course want to make this pathway out of path blocks, I'm going to have to replace the snow with dirt. Then from here, I can turn the dirt into path blocks. The base is really coming together. I feel like in early game Minecraft, every tiny little thing you do feels like such a huge celebration. Like even just planting a little wheat field is like your very first wheat field ever. So it feels like such a big deal. And these are our very first cows ever. Before I forget, let me place some of these icicles on the barn. We won't be able to place them in too many areas, but just a couple of spots will make a huge difference. I love the icicles so much. And soon enough, we'll have like little Christmas lights and stuff on all of our builds. Oh, and I want to see about planting our little cinnamon bush. We have 3, so maybe we can plant them here. They are huge. They are absolutely ginormous. Maybe not there. Why are they so large? They're so cool though. I have to place them somewhere. Maybe I'll kind of just like sprinkle them around the base. You know, kind of like so. Maybe they're kind of funky, but I like them, I think. In between episodes, I will definitely breed up the cows a little bit so that we can have a good start on our enchantment setup grind. And obviously, I can harvest the sugarcane a little bit as well. And also, we have a goat on our porch. He's so cute. Oh, that actually scared me so bad. Hello, I was just saying they were so cute. Oh my goodness. Anyway, the cinnamon tree looks different from that cinnamon tree. So it looks like it's growing cinnamon or something. I have no idea, but let me maybe craft some shears. Maybe I can shear it because doing a normal right click on it doesn't work. So does this work? No. Maybe I'll have to do some research on these little guys. But I am going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you've made it this far, then let me know what is one Christmas or winter themed activity that you have planned for December. If you haven't already, then definitely be sure to like and subscribe. I hope that you all are having a lovely, lovely day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!